Pking is one of the most anticipated things to do on old school RuneScape. It requires plenty of skill and hours of practice to get good at. Players enjoy the activity for different reasons, with most being that you can make lots of money from it, and the fact that your skill is tested against other humans rather than monsters, whose actions are defined by the game's engine. The popularity has reached the point where players create accounts and train them in a way specifically for this matter, and whilst this may sound like a fun challenge to overcome, most players would argue that Pking has become way too complicated and is slowly coming to an end. With new players finding it hard to understand the mechanics, and clans only growing bigger and stronger, the question arises for today's video: is PvP dying? There are many ongoing debates regarding this topic. However, one thing that we cannot deny is the fact that PvP is not the same as how it was in 2007. Back then it was pretty straightforward. You grab some potions and an inventory of sharks and you're all good to go. In today's Pking, we see many complicated mechanics such as tick eating, auto hotkeys, delayed hits and so on. Mechanics like these are too hard to digest for casual players and therefore lead to them not wanting to give Pking a try. This is not good for PvP as a whole. Just like other games, in order to attract more players, a casual game mode should be put into place along with a competitive game mode. This will allow both type of players to play the way they want, whenever they want, and have full satisfaction when doing so. An example of this is a game that we all know, Overwatch. Overwatch has a playlist for casuals where people are matched up together depending on their stats. This allows new players to grasp how the game works whilst avoiding full defeat. Alongside this is the competitive game mode, where players compete in a more serious manner to rank up and receive competitive points. As you can see, both players are enjoying themselves. Casuals are not getting destroyed, and the experienced players are rewarded for their skill through ranks. On the other hand, the only way players can get into Pking on RuneScape is by practicing in clan wars. But yet again, this doesn't fit the criteria for casuals. They're not interested in learning the mechanics.
Nor do they want to go through the process of making a new account.
Therefore, do they really have a solution? Apart from minigames such as Castle Wars, casual players have no chance to get into Pking without having a hard time, and are therefore left to fight against monsters. Not only is PvP unpleasant for casuals, but there's an ongoing issue for PKers themselves. Clans are only seen to be getting bigger and are known to lock down the deeper side of the wilderness,
making it hard for solo players to try new things.
If solo players do decide to go deep into the wilderness, there's a high chance they will encounter a clan who will spear them into the multi-zone and smite them for their +1. Many would argue that PvP worlds are available to give solo players a chance, but this only opens up our next problem: rushes. Rushes are all around PvP worlds, wearing their best possible gear and taking out players in rapid succession. Every PK has most likely experienced being rushed, and I doubt any would agree that it's a pleasant experience. With that being said, are we able to come to the conclusion that PvP is dying? Personally, I don't think so. There is still a decent amount of players in PvP worlds, however it's not doing a good job in attracting a bigger fanbase. This will eventually decline in the long run, which is not a good thing. In order to keep PvP going, Jagex should brainstorm solutions that give casual players a chance, since they're the majority of the players. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the current state of PvP. Do you think the mechanics are too intimidating, or players need to learn how to adapt? One last thing. I've been using a new microphone for this video, so let me know if you prefer this audio quality over my previous ones. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace.